Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you 8 different YouTube title tips to help you get more views on your videos. So the first thing you might want to do is go to vidIQ, and I'll have a link in the YouTube video description for this video where you can go directly to that link and get it. But you can get the free or paid version and do a strategy that I like to do for keyword research. This allows you to rank for keywords that you have a good chance of being the number 1 or 2 option in search results, allowing you to get more traffic passively. So when people search for a specific thing, a video on a specific subject, you want to be one of the top 2 or 3 results. And vidIQ will help you do that. So you get this tool. This is vidiq.com right here. And then you want to, once you sign up at the link that I gave you in the YouTube description, you can get vidIQ Vision for YouTube. And once you sign into that, which is a Chrome extension in your browser, you can then go to your video page in your Creator Studio, click on a video's details, scroll down a little bit, and then you'll see these things here that show you how you're doing in terms of ranking for search terms. So this is how you get passive traffic. This is how you also get discovered without having much traction yet if you're kind of new to YouTube. So then you can click on the little vidIQ symbol next to one of your tags for the video, and this allows you to do keyword research. So what you can do is exit out of the one that you clicked on, and then let's say you want to research, something like, let's say you want to make money online. Just a basic search term, click search, and then it'll give you competition, overall score, and search volume. So you want search volume to be as high as possible while still having very low competition, especially if you're doing this early on, and SEO is one of the main reasons or the main tactics you're using to get traffic. So overall score, if it's above 50 or 60, that's pretty good. Medium competition is going to be tough to rank for, so you'll want to get more specific. You'll notice that they have a few suggestions here, and when you upgrade to vidIQ Pro, they'll have even more. So let's say you want to narrow this down a little bit more. Let's say you wanted to review a very specific tool. Let's say you did vidIQ tutorial. So a lot of times, the more specific you get, the less competition you're going to have. Okay, so now you have less search volume, 75,000, still good. When you're starting out, you still want to have at least 1,000 or 2,000 search volume. If it's blank or something, or less than 1,000, don't even bother, because no one cares enough about it. Competition, low is good, depending on where you're at with your subscriber count and your average views. I would go for very low. So let's see if we can find something that's very low. So I used a term that I used recently about Pinterest marketing. You see 123,000 search volume, good. Lots of people are interested in the subject. Competition, very low. That's what you're looking for. Overall score, 74 out of 100, very high. A lot of times, 50 or 60 above that is a lot of times good enough to go for. You see all these different suggestions here too. Pinterest marketing 2021, Pinterest marketing tips, Pinterest marketing strategy. You can make a video using those keywords to make you even more likely to rank towards the top. So use vidIQ to research your topics before making a video about it, to know, do people actually care about this? What's my competition like? Do I actually have a good chance of ranking? And then you can also just go by overall score. So the second tip I have is to use YouTube's search auto suggest. So just go to the YouTube search bar. Let's say you want to make a video about making money online or something like that. So I just start typing make money, and then it starts auto suggesting a lot of different terms that are pretty popular. So not only do you want to look at keyword research, but sometimes you may have a hard time coming up with something to put into vidIQ in the first place. So you can start out. I would also recommend opening a private browsing tab so it doesn't use your past history to suggest the same stuff you searched in the past. It'll be a fresh search, and use a private tab or an incognito tab to do it. So when you go on YouTube, start typing the general topic of what you want to talk about, and then it'll start suggesting things. And then you can take these suggestions and put them into vidIQ and then test and see whether or not they actually have enough search volume and low or very low competition. So this is another way you can do some research. and you can give yourself a better chance of getting discovered on YouTube. The third thing you might want to do, even with YouTube, is search in the regular Google search. So you can also rank YouTube videos in regular Google results, because obviously Google owns YouTube. They're always promoting YouTube videos in search results more and more now. So it also depends on the type of video it is. For instance, YouTube tutorials a lot of times will show up towards the top of search results, whereas if it's just some kind of basic entertainment type of thing that doesn't really have a specific topic that it's for, it probably won't show up. It'll be more like blog posts in the top of search results. So for instance, if you want to do, say, vidIQ tutorial, click enter, you'll probably see lots of videos in the top of results. You'll also notice they tell you how many total results there are. If you can get it under 1 million or even under 5 million results, you have a decent chance of ranking, especially if the top results are videos. That means YouTube is a great way for people to get this question answered or to find what they're looking for. And people typically like videos for this particular subject. So anything with tutorial at the end, how to do something, or different types of videos like that can do very well. So search your term in Google, try to get 1 to 5 million search results or less, and see if the top results are videos. If they are, if you meet those requirements, that's another way you can get traffic, is from Google search, not just YouTube search. The fourth thing is, it's a minor factor when it comes to ranking videos and getting your titles discovered in search results, but it can give you a slight boost over competition that doesn't take advantage of this. So you can put your main keyword phrase at the very beginning of the title instead of towards the end or the middle. So for instance, if your main topic is make money with affiliate marketing, for instance, a lot of the top results, usually for most search terms, will be something like that towards the beginning. So you'll see like something like this. It's literally the very beginning of the title. Usually you'll have the main subject. So affiliate marketing, the term, is usually towards the beginning of titles. It's not always the case. Sometimes you can make a title that's a little more interesting by adding a number at the beginning, especially when you're talking about like making money online. A lot of times it's better to put $500 per hour or whatever, how much you might actually make at the beginning of the title. But in many cases, if you're trying to do like a tutorial or something like that, or you're just trying to rank for some sort of particular subject, it's best to usually put it at the very beginning of the title. Now, I think the search results from people who make a living from SEO, like Backlinko and Neil Patel, people like that, I think they said it's like a 5% more likely chance that you'll be one of the top results by doing this. So it's one of those very small factors, but it can help with exact match searching by having that keyword phrase in the beginning of the title. The next thing is, you can take your title once you have it researched, once you know that you have a very low competition score on vidIQ, as well as good search volume and things like that. You can take that title and you can test it. You can go to Headline Analyzer at coschedule.com, and then you can just copy and paste your title right here and click Analyze Now. And once you're signed in, like I am here, they'll actually give you a full breakdown and an overall score for not only how good it sounds, but also for your SEO optimization. So as far as improving it, they'll literally break down each factor that helps you improve your titles for free. All you got to do is go to coschedule.com, do the Headline Analyzer, copy and paste it, click Analyze Now, and they'll ask you to sign up. So you put your email, you put your name, your password, and then you can see your results for free, and it'll look like this. So you see I put in a random title here, how to make money online as a beginner, 61 title score, not super great, not terrible either, kind of in that medium range. You want to get to as close to 100 as possible. So word balance, sentiment, skimmability, character count, word count, some of those are things. Maybe I made it too long. Maybe I need to get rid of a few words or replace them with something a little bit more powerful. Which brings me to the next point. So you'll notice that they have certain types of words in these. So they have what they call common words, uncommon words, emotional, and power words. So emotional and power words are typically what can get a better click-through rate. So obviously your key word phrase is where you get the impressions in the first place, but to get people to actually click once they see your title versus others, you want to use more emotional and power words to create that kind of connection with whoever is your target audience, so that they are more interested and they feel like they have to click and see what your video is about. So usually you want to make your headlines either very positive or very negative, and you use emotional and power words to do this. So for instance, if you want to look up what emotional and power words are and just see a list of these things, CoSchedule, the same company that does this headline analyzer, has lists of these types of words to help you get an idea of what can help you take your titles to the next level. So you see a whole list of power words. You can also look up CoSchedule emotional words in Google and just go and find the blog post that lists those. And this can give you some words you can use to replace with your more boring words to make your headlines stand out more. So you're basically just combining keywords so that people can search them with power and emotional words to make people want to click them. And that combined with your good thumbnail that looks very professional helps people be more likely to click on your videos and of course increase your views. Another thing a lot of people like is numbers. So a list post is a very common headline that does very well in blogs and in YouTube videos. I've had a lot of success with it myself. Some of my top videos that have gotten over 1 million views or hundreds of thousands of views typically were list posts. They're longer posts. Longer videos do very well on YouTube. YouTube wants to keep people on the platform as long as possible. So if you do longer list posts, so like 8 ways to do X, Y, and Z, or 10 ways to do this, 10 best apps to do this, whatever. Also, very specific numbers like how much you made this amount of money from doing this, or you got this amount of followers from doing this. People like specific numbers, especially if they're big numbers. So that's another thing you can add to your titles. Usually when you look at like make money online and marketing, stuff like that, a lot of people really take advantage of that. You'll see $100 a day, or I made this amount of money in 1 month, or I got 100,000 followers by doing this in 5 days, or that kind of stuff. And then last but not least, number 8, you have the type of headline that you're doing. So for instance, when you look at the CoSchedule headline analyzer, they have a how-to headline. They have list headlines, tutorial headlines, all these types of headlines. If you don't really fit a certain type of headline that's known for doing well, a lot of times you don't get as good a result. So for instance, when I did this, how to do X, Y, and Z in any title, a lot of times can do very well for any kind of tutorial. Adding the word tutorial specifically at the end of a YouTube video also makes it more likely to rank in Google search results, because a lot of people like to see someone doing whatever it is, whether it's a coding tutorial, whether it's a marketing tutorial, whether it's how to repair something in your house. You know, you can probably think of a lot of examples where you've looked up a YouTube tutorial of how to do something. So a lot of times Google will list those towards the top of Google results as well as YouTube when you add the word tutorial if it's an educational video. So what kind of video are you trying to do? Is it a how-to headline? Is it a list? Is it a tutorial? You know, is it a vlog? Whatever. You just want to make sure you have a purpose for the title. And again, just use the CoSchedule headline analyzer combined with the keyword research that I showed you how to do, and you should have, you know, at least double or triple the amount of click-through rate and views on your videos just by doing the right things and structuring things properly. So hopefully this was helpful. These are 8 YouTube title tips to help you get more views, just to kind of break things down into a method you can use with every single video. Let me know what you thought in the comments, or what you'd like me to cover in the future on the marketing channel, and I'll see you in the next video.